Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld, and on this episode of Weapon of the Week, we're going to take a look at the CZ-805. The CZ-805 is a pretty interesting modular assault rifle from the Czech Republic, but because it's not as popular as the AEK or the Ace-23, it doesn't get nearly as much attention as it deserves. Now, I should mention this setup was suggested by KY Chong in the comments of my last Weapon of the Week video, originally as a Czech Republic police loadout. I think I'm probably going to hold off on the police theme loadouts until Hardline comes out, but I was still really keen to try this gun out, so I figured what the hell, I'll just make it Weapon of the Week. But anyway, when I say modular assault rifle, what I'm talking about is the ability to quickly change barrels and other parts to suit different missions. Quite a few other weapon platforms have this ability, but very few in active service have the ability to use both NATO and Russian calibers. The Czech Republic is on the cusp of the old NATO and Warsaw Pact countries, and it only made sense that their standard assault rifle should be able to use both types of ammunition. Special Forces units often use captured enemy weapons to avoid the sound of their own ammunition drawing suspicion, and the benefit of a modular weapon system is that you can just use your enemy's ammo in your own gun. Now, this modularity unfortunately doesn't make a difference in-game, but regardless, the CZ-805 is still a pretty decent gun. It has a 700 RPM rate of fire, an easy recoil pattern, a very fast muzzle velocity of 620 meters per second, and the standard assault rifle damage model. The problem with the CZ-805 though is, like so many weapons in-game, it's almost entirely outclassed by another weapon, in this case the AR-160. The AR-160 is literally identical or better in every category, except for horizontal recoil, which honestly doesn't really make a big difference for this gun anyway. The one other benefit the CZ has over the AR-160 though, is the fact that it has a burst fire mode, which I tend to use almost exclusively. I don't know what it is about burst fire weapons, but they just seem to be consistent, and I feel like they do a little better at mid to long range. If you're someone who can time your trigger pulls perfectly, then this mode might not be a huge benefit, but if you like a consistent recoil pattern that transfers easily into muscle memory, then burst fire is definitely the way to go. I still wouldn't say that the CZ is better than the AR-160, but it's definitely better than the much more popular AUG A3, so in my opinion, it's definitely worth giving a try. Now, as for the attachments in this loadout that KY suggested, well, I'm running with the Russian PKAS hollow sight, the heavy barrel, laser light combo, and the ergo grip. I should mention that he did originally suggest the standard barrel, but the heavy barrel still looks the same, and I think it's a nice attachment for these low RPM assault rifles. The PKAS probably isn't my favourite sight, but it does have a lot in common with the US hollow sight, so I didn't really have too many issues here. I think if I was trying to get the best performance out of this gun though, I would have just run with the standard laser so I could turn it off, and maybe even the angled grip to control the kick in burst fire mode. All in all though, the CZ-805 is a decent gun for mid-range, but it will tend to let you down in close quarters, and like I said before, the AR-160 is probably a better choice in every respect. For burst fire alone, the AK-12 is probably also a better choice because it gets a buff to its RPM in this mode, but the CZ is probably still a better all-round weapon. There's something about this gun that I just like though. I'm not sure why, but I don't tend to get frustrated with it like I do similar weapons like the AUG. It just goes to show that stats alone aren't the only thing that makes a gun good, so if you get the chance, try it out for yourself and let me know if you feel the same way. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up this episode of Weapon of the Week, so let me know what you think and feel free to suggest a weapon and customization for next week's episode. As always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and if you really like my videos, please consider supporting this channel on Patreon. If you haven't already, please check out my other Battlefield videos. I've got them all linked in a playlist in the description below, and until next time, see you later and have a good one.